Hey everybody, welcome to Real Talk. I'm DJ, the campus pastor here at Metro City Riverview campus, and this is Real Talk, where we have real talk about God and culture. I'm with Pastor Jeremy today. Pastor Jay.
How you doing, bud?
I'm good. Hey, so listen, we've been in this series, The Church Just Wants Your Money. First off, I just want to say it's been an incredible series.
It's been fun.
Yeah,
really
I mean, really, as a kid growing up in the church, it's been by far one of my favorite series on money I've ever heard. I told you, just even talking about investing and the different things like that. And we've had so many conversations with people that are excited to pay off debt, excited to start investing, to start saving for their future. And I know for me, it's gotten me like so revved up for investing. Yesterday, Kelsey sends me a picture of a swimsuit for Zayden, our 4-month-old, and says, "Hey, do you like the swimsuit for like $21?" And I'm like, $21? That could be $100,000 if we invested. Yeah. And so I don't know if you've had a lot of these questions, but I think one of the things that can happen when we talk about money is just this idea of like, I get scared of spending, and I'm a spender by nature, but I am, but every it's like everything I'm spending right now, I'm going, is it okay to spend? Yeah. So I want to know some of your take on that and some of this money stuff.
Well, first of all, it's not that we can't spend. It's not that I'm against spending or enjoying your money. That's not it at all. Mm-hmm. But it is this idea of putting some brakes on and choosing what's better for your life, you know. So, but there are some things though that I was thinking are worth spending on, you know, and you know, you
so shoes.
Yeah, no, it is funny though because I was doing a lot of reading for this series, trying to really educate myself on it. And it is true, like a lot of people have a lot of opinions on what to spend money on. And people say, well, you should spend money on a good mattress, no matter what, you know. And okay, fine, that's true. Or some people say shoes, good shoes. Not necessarily the name brand look that you want, DJ.
But comfortable shoes.
But yeah, that's what they talk about. But then, and that's true, there's some physical things, but I was thinking on a bigger picture of life, you know. What's worth spending money? So I made some notes here, like things that are valuable to you, right, over time. And so there's just a couple things that I think that are maybe worth spending money on within reason. And I think the first one would be this is, what would you pay a little extra for? I'd say number one is for convenience. You know, sometimes in life you have more time than you do money. And so when I was young, we did virtually everything. Like, I even tried to work on my own car, which is like sinful. Like I hate mechanics, all that. But like when you're young, you'll skin your own chicken because it's just cheaper. You know what I mean? And you have more time than you do money. But when you get older, at some point it flips where your time becomes more valuable, right? And you'll pay for convenience, so you don't have to wait as long for something, or you get something right away that you need or whatever. But I think that, again, taken too far, can really kill you as well. You know, it's a matter of convenience to pay for overnight shipping, but shipping goes from $4 to $40, you know, and you go, really, does that 24 hours really matter that much? But there's a point where your time becomes more valuable than your money, you know? So, like we don't pay for pizza to be delivered, and we don't do it. Like I don't know. I value my money, I think, more than my time sometimes. Maybe I'm wrong about it. I don't know.
I would, but Kelsey won't let me. We don't do delivery.
Another thing that I think is sometimes worth paying, I think almost always, is paying for quality the first time. When I was younger, and I'm in the building trades, right? And I would come home and I'd get like a Black & Decker, you know, drill. Hey, honey, I bought this brand new drill for $12. It lasted about 12 minutes, you know? And you go, well, that was a total waste, you know? So it is hard to spend more when you go, well, there's two products, you know, and they're supposed to do the same thing. But quality does matter. And I think the older you get and the more mistakes you make when you're younger, buying junk over and over, eventually you go, trust me, son, that's junk.
Yeah.
It's not worth even the $5. Yeah. It's just not worth it. Here's another thing that you hear this a lot. You pay for experience, right?
Yep.
I'm probably a little bit guilty on this where I just don't value a little excursion. Like you go on these trips and you get the base trip pretty cheap, but the excursion's double the cost of the trip, you know? And you go, I'm not so sure going on a Jeep ride for an hour is worth $700, you know? Maybe it is to some people. But I do think you have to value this out, right? Like, what is of value to you? But I think paying for some experiences is probably worth it. We don't do this very often. I like to say you can experience things cheap, you know? But my kids have been disappointed their fair share of times where they wanted to do this or that. Like I remember we were going to Colorado, you know, we love the mountains and all that. And I looked up online for things to do for families in Colorado. And I found all these really cool blogs about these families that went on these 7-day trips to Colorado and everything they did. And they put what their daily agenda was. Yeah. And I literally went through their daily agenda and they put all the links in there. And I literally clicked on them. And I'm like, wow, if we did everything that this family did in 7 days, it would cost us $10,000 or $12,000 because everything was $1,000 or more, you know. And so we elected to do a couple things. You know, we went on Groupon and found a whitewater rafting, you know, coupon. So it may not have been as good as the $2,000 trip that it would have cost my family, but you know, we went on one for a few $100 and it was worth it. It was good, you know. And so that's paying for those experiences. But there's another part of experience that I think is probably worth paying for. And that's sometimes you have to hire people and experienced people over dumb people really matters. You know, there's a reason why one guy earns this and the other guy earns that. And so like, you know, again, I'm in the housing business and you can just look and you go, wow, how much did you pay to have these kitchen cabinets hung? Because they did a horrible job. They're crooked. They're separated. It's just not good, you know. And quality matters, you know. Again, and sometimes that quality means you have to hire somebody with a little bit more experience, which means you pay a little bit more money, you know. And so I find it to be, you know, worth it sometimes, you know, just to pay to have it done right the first time. You know, I'm learning the hard way. And then I think the last thing for me that's something that's worth maybe paying for is stuff that you actually care about. You know, like, so there's a lot of things in life I just don't care about at all, and I don't want to waste even $5 on it. You know, I just don't care. I don't care about expensive food. I like food and I like good food, but I'm very happy with Chipotle. You know, I really am. I really am. I'm very happy with barbecuing at my house. I love grilling chicken at my house. I'm perfectly content. I am just not a guy who even feels good about spending $20 or $25 on a plate of food. I just don't enjoy it at all. But there's other things I do care about. And I like history and I like to travel a little bit. And so I don't have a lot of money to travel, but when I do travel, I'll travel cheap so that I can travel. Does that make sense? So that I can travel.
And go to sites that you enjoy. And
Yep. And so, but I care about what, to be honest, I care about our church. So I'll give money to our church. I'll sacrifice and I'll buy things to support our church and people going on mission trips. And that's what I really care about in life. And so I'll spend my money on what I care about. I don't want people to walk away going, oh, you can't ever spend. And, you know, I don't want anybody to think, you know, I'm a killjoy about this or that we're a killjoy as a church. But I do want people to find freedom. I want people to find joy in their life's work. Yeah,
that's so good. That's so good. It's been really good and really challenging. And I think this just adds to it for me even to like, okay, it's okay. It's okay to spend things you care about, but also not to the extreme where you get yourselves head over heels in debt because it was such a great vacation and now you're paying for it for 5 years. That is
balance, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's really good. Cool. That's a good point. Yeah, yes, awesome. Pastor Jay, thank you so much. This has been Real Talk, and join us next week for another episode.